Yes guys, and welcome to another edition of RGHandhelds unboxing for the new PowKiddy A30. Now it has been out a while, so not too long, but I got my hands on this. Huge thanks to Banggood for sending this out to me. Let's get on with the unboxing. So the box is your standard pretty simple box that you get. You can see on the back there you got your volume button, slide wheel at the bottom. You got your Type-C port for your charging. You've got a headphone jack over there at the bottom, on-off switch. So it resembles, of course, you can see the Game Boy Advance aspect, and then your shoulder buttons. Sorry, not your shoulder buttons. That's the other view of your shoulder buttons on the top here. We're looking at the bottom here. So just there you have a 2.8 inch LCD, which is running at 320 by 240. It is an IPS screen, and it is Type-C. It has a 1200 milliamp battery. I've been told the CPU is an Allwinner ARM single core, and that's running around about 628 megahertz underclocked. It's got a 2D accelerator, so nothing fancy, no 3D in there guys. 64 megabyte of LPDDR2. It does take external storage MicroSD card. So let's get on with the unboxing. Just quickly, there you get one console, charging cable, and a user manual as usual. There we go. One thing I did notice with this device is it resembles the Game Boy Advance shape, and I'm quite impressed with the actual quality of the device. I wasn't expecting too much from it, but build quality guys, I was a little surprised, to be honest. It's even got the tells you what everything is here, so you can see headphone jack, your power on and off, your volume button. On the back we have the model being PowKiddy. Model is A30. That's just your voltage and your charging voltage just there. Your screws to get to, if you need to get into the device, which I don't think you need to, but let's just go and power this on while we're talking around the device. So as I mentioned, the scroll wheel for your volume there, Type-C, your normal headphone jack, and your power button. Nothing down the sides here. And you see you have your L1 and L2. R1 and R2, R1, R2 here. You have these buttons. Now these buttons obviously act as standby and menu buttons during the gameplay, so they are pretty handy. They have been mapped to be used, and here's your microSD card slot guys. So the thing I did notice on this device, the screen is not the brightest. This is the only thing that put me off. It's not the brightest screen. Now, I have gone ahead and put G-Menu NX on here, which is a custom firmware. You can see here, brightness going down, brightness going up. That's currently on max brightness. It is playable on the brightness, but it's just hard to see the actual screen, especially doing video, as you can see, and to actually select stuff. So there you go. Going back, it's a simple menu. I'm actually using, like I said, G-Menu NX on here, which is a custom firmware. You can go ahead and change the skins. You can see right there, I have a TrimUI skin, but you have other skins, Deck UI and so on. So I prefer this one because it's easier to see stuff. It does come with a stock firmware. See, I've actually changed it. I don't know if you can see it again. Brightness is very poor. It kind of resembles Game Boy Advance screen, the original Game Boy Advance screen, which did not have much of a backlit screen. I'm really struggling to get this on video, but you can see it there. Not the best of screens, but again, it looks better when you're looking at it, but through video it's not so bright. And that's the G menu. This time they've gone for keeping the software all on the MicroSD card. One thing I did find unusual is when I put it into my PC, I had about 8 partitions show up, which tells me everything, including the firmware, is all on that MicroSD card, guys. So if you are going to use the custom firmware, which I am going to link into the description of the video, I highly recommend is to make a copy of this SD card, the original stock SD card, before you go and start copying other files. Control wise, guys, D-pad is pretty decent on here, a bit on the thin side, but it's doable, and so are these top buttons, L1, L2, R1, R2, and these as well. The buttons, I don't have an issue. They actually work really well. Shoulder buttons actually work as well. Performance, this device is more like a TrimUI, but it's actually, I think, maybe a bit powerfuler than the TrimUI. I'm not too sure. You'd have to compare CPUs and see which one, get the data sheets and check that out. Not a bad little device. I will be doing some more gameplay videos. It does have some games on it, but I'm not going to go into playing anything just yet. But this was basically a quick unboxing of the PowKiddy A30, guys, just to show you. Overall, I would say it resembles a Game Boy Advance quite well, as in the old screen not being too bright, backlight, the shape. It's obviously smaller, but if you like small Game Boy Advance devices, I think this is perfect. There's nothing wrong with the build quality. I find the build quality very good for a small device. There's no cheap tacky plastic type device here, guys. It's pretty decent. They've obviously had to cut some corners because of the size, making it smaller. If I could improve the device straight away, I would say to them, we need a screen with better brightness, guys. Brightness is not too good on this device. It is doable, but that's the first thing I would change on this device. Simply power it off when you're not using it. So that is the PowKiddy. I just want to go ahead and show you what's in the box, which I didn't get to, but you got your standard type C to USB there, and the usual PowKiddy manuals, and it tells you. So as you can see, this device actually uses the TrimUI OS, as I mentioned earlier. A lot of you know the PowKiddy A66 TrimUI, which is quite popular with the devs since it has great support for custom firmware. And I want to say a big thanks to Eggs from the Discord, because he actually made a custom firmware for this, which I'm going to link it into the video. And you simply copy the files over the existing microSD card, and it will give you that G menu NX look on the device, which I was quite happy to have. But that's the PowKiddy A30, guys. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we'll see you soon.